Ooh. Oh, huh? It stopped shaking? Okay. Let me back up a little. Well, hello everybody. I just cut my hair yesterday. And I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, but the the day usually, so let's just say I cut my hair on a Monday. It usually takes somewhere around till Wednesday for the hair to settle, so that, like, right now I have my hairbrush, right? And then I brush like this. And then I use my hands also to kind of brush it down. It actually takes a few days for, I don't know what it is, the hair to settle on my head so that it doesn't like stay like this. It's also the case where I actually thin my hair too, so that's that. But anyways, my lips are very dry. Let me get some Vaseline. But what was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, my hair. So my hair is very kind of, I guess, stiff currently, and I don't know why, but it's very stiff. So that's why it kind of looks kind of interesting. But I think in a few days it will settle down. But yeah, recently I've been thinking how it's September now, and soon it'll be the middle of September, and then it'll be the end of September, and then it'll be October. And I thought, wow, summer went by quick. And just in case everybody, I know not everybody goes back to watch my old videos, but I'm from Bahrain, which is a kingdom in the Middle East, and we don't really have. Most of the year is very warm. Now because I live in America, it's actually where's my compact? It's actually fairly colder here. I don't know if I can appreciate that as much as I should. I know I have a few friends out there. I think I've talked. Oh, sorry, my compact is right there on the same thing I put you on. I know a lot of my friends, like Ben or James. They say, "Oh, Alex, it's not that cold when October, or even when winter comes around in December, January, and February, and I personally think it's cold, I get told, "Oh, Alex, it's not that cold. What are you talking about?" And I kind of look at them with the side eye like this, where I say, or yeah, I kind of look at them. I usually when I this is where I'm usually talking, and the moment they say it, I go from this to that, and it doesn't make sense to me because it's cold. It is cold. It is cold to me. I personally think it's very cold during the winter. But yeah, oh, also, this cloth, you know how the last video I had the linen and cotton blend cloth that I picked up somewhere? I can't remember where. Well, I went back to that same place a week later because I was just swinging by and it was on my way home anyways. And they had another piece of cloth that was linen and cotton blend on clearance. So I bought that too. It was not even $5. Was it? It was like maybe like $5.60, but it was really nice. And as you can tell, it's kind of wrinkly. And I already washed it a while back. I think I washed it the day after, and then I dried it and I folded it up and put it away. So there's some creases here. But I just wanted to show, as show and tell. It's like a presentation. But I just wanted to show you that the cloth here is very pretty. Um, and it fell. And it fell. But that's okay. It's okay. We would just put it up. And I was gonna say something really interesting, but I forgot because this cloth keeps falling. I don't even know why. Well, I know why. It's probably because it's very smooth, almost. Very smooth. I. What is that? Oh, that's just dust in the air. But it's very smooth, I guess. Kind of smooth. I'm not sure if it's very smooth, but it's it. I don't know. I guess linen and cotton blend isn't that smooth, but regardless, I like the cloth. I think I sewed up the edges so that I could use it as a scarf, and I think it'll be a wonderful addition to my wardrobe. But yeah, that was one thing I wanted to talk about. But I was also thinking, I guess the thing I was talking about outside of my artsy craftsy stuff was how um, not winter, but it is summer is already ending. It kind of makes me think maybe I should have it's not really should have, but it just makes me wonder what life would have been if I stayed in the Middle East. And it kind of very curious indeed. It's very interesting to wonder what life could have been for yourself if you had been in other instances, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not there anymore, anyways. But oh yeah, eye masks. So last time I showed you my second version of the eye mask, right? And I think a few videos ago, I think 2 videos ago, I showed you the prototype of the eye lace. But I don't know if it's because there was a heat wave here recently, or it's just that I noticed it. That eye mask was actually really hard to wear compared to the second version I made, the prototype. The prototype version that I made wasn't really easy to wear, so I actually unwound part of it and modified it so that I think I actually modified it twice, because the original prototype was very tight on my face. It was also very thin. It barely came down to where my nose is, so I unwound it once, and then I started doing it again, but I didn't like how it was coming out, so I unwound it twice. So this is I'm still going to call it prototype, but I just thought I would let you know that this version is not the original version. It's actually quite a bit different, so let's put it on. But yeah, I really like it though, because I didn't expect this eye mask to come out this. It was literally experimental how I was doing it, because I didn't know how it would come out, but literally this was kind of I was expecting it to have like a nose like this. I can use this background to kind of show you. See how it has like a nose? I actually did not expect that to happen. That was completely not unplanned for. Well, it was unplanned for, but it is very much a delight. It's kind of like an unexpected guest that comes by your house. You didn't expect them to come by, but all the same, now that they are here, it is very much a delight indeed to have them. Because my ankle's itchy. That's just the sound of me rubbing and itching my ankle. I don't know why it's itchy. But see? And I actually really liked it because it kind of hovers over my face a little, but I can still feel it around my eyes. So it's very interesting now, this nose part. I did not actually expect that to happen, but I really like it. It's very almost what is it? Venetian? You know how in Venice they have that thing where they celebrate dressing up kind of costumey? I'm not saying it's that, because I don't want this to be costumey. I want it to be very pretty, but also very kind of, not refined, but very kind of an everyday thing, in a sense. But I did not expect it to look very nice. But I like this nose part so much that I actually made a second version with what was it? I made a second version, yeah, with a stronger yarn. So this white part here is made out of Egyptian lace cotton, and if I remember correctly, it is number 50. So it is a very thin cotton lace yarn, or thread. It's almost thread, just how thin it is. This section here, the part where I tie, this is made from, I think, number 10 lace crochet yarn. So the way lace crochet yarn works is the higher the number, the thinner it gets. So this one is actually thicker yarn, and both of these are cotton, because I only work with cotton. But this new mask here I made with a different color but the same size number 10 yarn, and this one is a little more durable. So I think if I were gonna take this outside, if I were gonna take one or the other outside of the house, it would probably be this one, because it's just stronger. Okay. And then I've actually been wearing this at night recently when I've been sleeping. It is a little loose right now, so I'll tighten it. I might make a pink version too, though. I do have a pink one though, but it's a different design. But as you can see, I loved the design so much, I basically replicated the whole thing. And the same nose piece here. I guess the main part that I don't like is where if it rests on my face, sorry, I'm trilingual. I sometimes mess up. See, I speak 3 languages. I can mess up English sometimes. But as you can see, it hovers off my nose, which I actually don't mind at all. But I guess the main issue is that when I'm sleeping, it can stick out a little, and my cat, he hasn't done it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line, when I'm wearing this as I sleep, he sees this nose piece, and then he just starts batting away at it, because he's kind of sometimes playful. But yeah, this one is much more durable. But the nose piece here, I did not realize that I would be able to make it. But what basically happened is I was taking away stitches here, or not stitches, but I was making it thinner here, right? So it can cup my what is this, my cheekbones? It cups my cheekbones and then it directs it towards my nose, because I don't want the mask to be down near my mouth, because then when I'm sleeping, something will fall in my mouth, which is part of this, and I'll be like, and I don't like that. So that's why I wanted to kind of cup around to here. And if you remember the other lace mask designs I had, it goes straight down and it goes straight across. And I thought that kind of design is good too, but I wanted to add a little variety, which is why I made this curved part here. And I also added these frills. It actually took me a moment to kind of figure out how to add these, because I start in the go like this, and then I go to the middle, and I go around like that, and I come back, and I go over here, and I come back over here, and it actually finishes in the middle, not at the edge, interestingly enough. But I added these frills, and I'll put the white one on back on in a minute, see, with this background. Very interesting, though. I thought it was really pretty, and that's why I was just so. It kind of happens where sometimes you make something that you were not expecting, like the nose piece here. It kind of makes me look like a bird, but it's not. It's very interesting. You know that plague doctor that was back in the what was it? It was back in the was it 1300s, or I think it was the 1300s, right? With the plague doctor and the Black Plague, or excuse me, Black Death. Yeah, Black Death. Yersinia pestis. I do study. I am a STEM field after all. Yersinia pestis. Yeah, the plague doctors would wear masks with, the crow's beak. It kind of reminded me of that, but then I actually don't like that mask, because it just seems to me to be. I don't find anything wrong with it if other people wear it, but for me, I just prefer a little less on my face, so I can actually have my face breathe more. So this is why I like this mask, because it kind of is like the plague doctor, because I actually like birds. Interestingly enough, when I was in school, one time I was told, I think we were talking about birds of prey, and I thought birds of prey is an interesting phrase now with one of my friends. And then I said, if we were all animals, do you think I would be a bird of prey? And he said, no, I think you're more of a bird of paradise. And I said, oh, that's so sweet. And I said, well, but why would you think that? He said, it's not that you aren't very dangerous. Like, you, personality-wise, I'm pretty sure you can be just as mean as everybody else, he said. But he told me how I tend toward more compassionate and beautiful things. So that's why he said, I think you're more of a bird of paradise. And I said, does that mean I'm vain? He said, sometimes, but oh well. But I like the nose piece. It makes me look like a bird. But I also, so this one's the green one, right? So this one's kind of the more frequent used one. Come here! Friend. Kitty friend. Fluffy friend. I think Mahu is very sad right now. I don't know why. You can come here. Come here. I think he'll show up in a second. I don't know if you can see him. The way the camera is positioned. I put my glasses on. I know you can see him at the door. Oh, you can't see him. Put your tail up! What's wrong? Come here. Where are you going? No! Don't go away. I think he wants to go into my room. I remind you, this is not my room, right? This is a different room from my usual room that I actually stay in all the time. That I film in with the bookshelf behind me. I just thought I'd have a change of scenery again. I think he wants to go into my room. My door is closed. I guess I could go open it. But I kind of want to finish filming this. But I'll be done filming soon anyways. But anyways, so the white one, this one's softer because it's a thinner yarn. So just to let you know, if you have two types of yarn, the thicker one usually is a little more dense, while the thinner one tends to create a more softer texture. But it also depends on the fiber that is being used. There's a carpet that's rolled up and leaning against the wall that my foot bumped against. That was that noise. But it depends on what fiber you use. Acrylic, I think, tends to not really matter. But then again, I haven't used acrylic in a really long time because I don't like acrylic. It forms little balls too easily, so it's not really my thing. Cotton tends to be the case where the thinner the yarn gets, the softer the texture overall feels. I thought I heard something. Linen, I think, is the same too, but linen tends to... I think one of my cats jumped up on a windowsill and is looking and just bumped into the blinds or curtains or whatever it's called. And yeah, it can... what was I saying? Excuse me, bless myself. What was I saying? Yeah, so it depends on it depends on the fiber itself, but usually I work with cotton the most because I find cotton to be a reliable and worthwhile medium, if that makes sense. I know it does compare, so linen actually doesn't have any lint because it's one single fiber, whereas cotton does form lint, but I'm still willing to trade that off because cotton, if I remember correctly, cotton many times can be more durable than linen, which is something I appreciate. Yeah, this eye mask here. And before anyone accuses me of anything, yes, I made this design. I made it from scratch. And I know it's a little hard to prove just by saying that, but if I have to, I will bring out the notebooks and show you all the math, because turns out there's a lot of math associated with this. All the crochet people and knitting people of the world can unite and back me on this, but there's actually a lot of math. I just love the fact. So the nose piece here is a little different than the other one. As you can see here, it's the nose piece, or the part of the nose here, is just, one segment like that, right? So this one came after this one. I added the tip. Oh, my hair's kind of messed up. The tip here to the nose, it has these two prongs. I added that initially because I thought it would be pretty. I do like it, but I also kind of wanted a version that didn't have that because I wanted to be simple. But I'm fine with either design. And the center part, the nose piece here, or the nose line, is actually different from the other one too. This is a completely new design. It does reference part of the open work petal design, but it is supposed to be different. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, the inspiration for this was I think the cats are wrestling. Don't worry, they know how to not hurt each other, so they'll be fine. Trust me, they know how to do it. I've overseen it, and they're fine. The cats are just kind of like running around and playing. Not cats do that. But yeah, so I actually got the inspiration for these, interestingly enough, even though I said it looks like a bird, that's what I realized after I finished making it, and then I saw, oh, this kind of looks like a bird, which I don't mind. Very, very pretty. But it was actually the lotus, what was I saying? You know how Egyptian art has the lotus flowers that kind of go like this and has a curved top, like that? And there's also ones where it shows the lotus where it has 3 petals like this, and then 2 in the back. So it has 5 petals, you can see, with the 2 calyx leaves down below. That is actually where I got the inspiration for this part here. And this center part is composed. It's supposed to be made from the single lotus leaf petals, while these down here are like the lotus leaves, and these are the flowers. And this up here too, these are all lotus petals too. Or excuse me, not lotus, it's papyrus. Papyrus, that's the one. So it's based off papyrus. It is not lotus. I kept getting mixed up, but I know it's because they kind of look similar. But this is supposed to be based off the papyrus flower and the papyrus petals in the paintings that I saw. I'm pretty sure it's papyrus. But yeah, this is... very nice, I think. I actually really like it. I find it very pretty. But anyways, that's just what I wanted to go about telling you today. It's very sad that summer is gone almost. I mean, it's still warm here. Don't trust me, it's still warm, but it just kind of makes me sad because summer is always my season, and um, I don't know. Maybe if things had been different and the Middle East was a little more hospitable for people of my variety, I would be able to have lived there and make a life there. But I guess you trade off some things for the other. Anyways, yeah, that's just what I wanted to share, and I thought I'd let everybody know. And I think I really like these designs. I did not realize that it would making an eye lace would be so not necessarily so easy, but it's actually kind of easy. It gets done fairly quick because so much of right here is open lace work. You just single chain it and then connect it, and then the only real parts are here, like the edges and the centerpiece. And you just have to make sure you count it right. But it's, in that case, you just draw out the design beforehand and then follow it. So it's actually not that hard. Now again, because it's cotton, it kind of doesn't lay flat, but that can be expected. I guess I could iron it, but I don't want to risk burning the cotton because it is so nice and white and pure and clean right now. And if I burn it, it's going to turn brown. But oh well. I can't drink it. By the way, it is very hard to drink with this on because it goes like, as you can see, it goes like that. So it's kind of a drawback. So I guess that's where straws come in. But anyways, but then again, I don't use straws. And plus you can just lift it up with your hand like this and drink it. Very funny. But anyways, I thought I'd share that with everyone. I hope you like the design. I will probably be making more eye masks, but we'll see. We will indeed see. I really do like this new design I made, though. It's very pretty. I think it's pretty. I find it pretty. I'm posing for you so you can see it all. Very elegant, don't you think? Anyways, I will see you all next time. Bye.